Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and I've got a really neat trick for you. So, the Magmasaur. Obviously this is something that is just hilariously overpowered. They are just crazy good in their stats. So, what are they really good at? And I'm going to go ahead and show you because they basically have the ability to take out any turret or turret wall if you do it correctly and use some of these little tricks. Now I'm just going to ride a random one here. This is a 431, so let's just go ahead and get on our high melee one. 526. Now, most Magmasaurs wild after imprint will end up with around 270%-ish, give or take, 270%-ish melee on them. So you can get them very high. I'm sure some people have some crazy Magmasaur stats. I don't even know what the modern Magmasaur stats are. So this is not out of reach. So it is a little bit high on the saddle, obviously, because I want to show you this point first. It's at 0 levels in health at all. So the saddle is a little bit unreachable. Those two are more reachable. They have like 100 and 150 on their saddles. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So basically what you're going to do, I'm sure you're aware of this already. You cannot, no matter what you do, charge when you are in the water. You have to be out of water to charge. I'm going to go ahead and turn GCM off. And basically, once you escape the water, you will take damage from this turret. It doesn't matter too much because I'm only focusing on one right now. You can go ahead and release your magma ball. Now, if you're facing an auto turret close range, you only need to just release, one shot on it. You're probably pretty good. It's not too dangerous, or you don't need to worry about any of that stuff. But let's say you're moving on to heavies, like you see back behind me. So that is one heavy. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hold down your right click secondary attack until it totally charges. And then if you hit your primary attack, it'll actually store and then save that percentage like you see right there. And I can move and sprint and stuff like that normally. So I don't actually have to store that at all. So you can kind of store it, sprint like I am right now, get up nice and close, and release your blast. Now you can do it again. And obviously I just did 8,300 damage. There you go. 44,000 when you get up nice and close and you get a right shot off on it. So you want to get as close as you possibly can to all that stuff and just release your blast. Now, for those of you that didn't know this, tech turrets, a lot of people get scared about tech turrets, but with tech turrets, what's kind of cool is the Magmasaur just doesn't care because they can't fire the Magmasaur ball out of the sky. So if you just launch your little Death of Justice ball into the tech turrets, they literally have nothing they can do, so they just get destroyed. So if you soak all of, let's say somebody's heavies and all their other stuff as well, you can just sit here and flame ball all of their tech turrets. Like no repercussions, no anything, easy to destroy, pretty easy to do. You can also run up nice and close if you really wanted to destroy these things. You don't have to. The closer you get, obviously, the more damage you're going to be able to accomplish on these things. So keep that in mind. Notice how I've already destroyed one of these tech turrets. I'm just going to go ahead and get nice and close, right there, boop, and release my little ball of justice. They should be just about toast, and it does that burning after effect, so those tech turrets are probably almost totally gone, and at least the front ones are. So tech turrets, easy for the Magmasaur to shred. You saw the auto turret's not even a concern for this guy. There's still a couple of turrets left over there, so we're going to go ahead and shoot one last ball at him. It should be the destroying factor, I would assume. If not, we'll get up nice and close and do the extra damage from being up close. So, as you can see, tech turret's not a concern for this guy. He doesn't even, 0 craps were given this day. You want to carry ambergris on you because if you have ambergris, per ambergris you feed your Magmasaur, it goes up 300 health. Obviously, that's pretty dope. So you can kind of just charge through everything. So notice I've got one Magmasaur and I'm just taking out turret after turret after turret after turret. Now here's 4 turrets. I'm going to go ahead and charge and get super close to these to show you what you can really do and why this is so dangerous. And there's 100%. Use that left click to get out of it. We're going to go ahead and charge, get nice and close, and then boom. So I got most of them. Obviously I missed one. And boom. So, you can see that a direct hit is 45,000 damage. Obviously, that does more than enough to destroy these things. I lost a total of 2,000 health, and there's 4 more heavies gone. So, practicing with this, you want to use your right click to kind of give you that load. Hit left click to let go of it, and then you're going to get up nice and close to these things, get right up over the top of them, and then release. Now, obviously, sometimes you're not going to be able to hit perfectly, so keep that in mind. You just want to drop it right on top of the turret. Now, obviously, I couldn't see that one, but now that I could see it, I was able just to shred literally everything on it. It does huge increased damage to turrets, so that's why these things are so dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and sprint right on past. I'm going to go and whistle passive. Those turrets will try and shred me. So I'll go to a saddle that's a little bit more reasonable in like more wall style build that you guys can see and how I would push these things and why the Magmasaur is so overpowered. It's on a different level. So that one's got huge health on it, but notice how it's got low melee. This one's got a decent saddle, 100 saddle, and it's got decent health, pretty good melee, nothing terrible, nothing great. So we're going to go ahead and grab... Okay, seriously, encumbered. Ugh, gross. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and put it on his inventory. And there's that. Please. There we go. So they carry reduced weight on both of those things, so you don't need to really worry about them. So this is a Magmasaur that's a little bit different. It's got a little bit less damage, but a little bit more health. Notice how it's got that 108 armor. I am not imprinted to this. You'd get that damage reduction if you were, but I am not. So we're going to push this small tower. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take as little damage from this thing as possible. Notice how that's quite a bit of damage right there. I don't want to take that unless I have to. I'm probably going to die doing this because I'm not imprinted and he doesn't have much health on him. So we're going to go ahead and load up our Searing Spit at a distance. We're going to go ahead and left click to get rid of it. It jumps in the water and cancels it. Oh well, I'll show you real quick how dangerous it really is. Alright, so just slowly creep up on him. We're right on the edge of him, as you can see. And we're just going to unleash. So... one last unleash, and apparently that didn't do it. And notice how I'm getting low on health. Oh, there they go. Alright, so that was 4 heavies. I took about, with 100 saddle, I took 12,000 damage, but eat some ambergris, and I'm good to go. And if you wanted to, you could easily just demo this right here just by loading up your Searing Spit and get rid of that stuff. You obviously see he does a ton of damage to those structures, so that's something that's pretty awesome. And he just shreds through them. Now, let's say you've got a wall that looks something like that over there. Looks a little bit different. It's got a higher style of wall. You can take out the bottom of it. So what I'm going to do on this one is a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and switch out my Magmasaurs because I'm thinking now, okay, I need a little bit more health on mine. I don't care so much about the actual damage because I'm going to try and get up close and do damage like a couple of shots. But I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 heavies on that wall, I think. Yeah, 10 heavies. So this is a Magmasaur versus 10 heavies. And it's still going to destroy this wall. I just have to go get this stuff off of him. Probably going to have to go into GCM mode here in order to actually carry all this stuff. Yep. There we go. And he's got the 300 saddle. That's not the one I wanted. We're going to go ahead and take you away from this. We want the one with the highest health. Alright, so there we go. Here's high health. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and go over here. Alright, so now notice a lot higher health, much lower overall melee on him. But because he has that higher health, we're going to be able to kind of predict his movements a little bit better and actually feed him ambergris to kind of destroy this wall from the bottom to the top. It's going to be pretty easy. So let's go ahead and check out, and I'll show you how to do it again. And I got to load this bad boy up. We'll go ahead and left click out of it. Notice how he takes that big defensive boost. There's that heat. Load this up again. And we're going for it. And again, if you're taking a lot of health, just load yourself up some ambergris. Get yourself up to high health again. And I dipped in the water, so that was not good. But, boom. And we'll do it one more time. Just try and shred this bottom level. And because we're getting shredded, load up that ambergris. No. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so load up that shot on him. And we should be able to come close to taking this out. About half health now. And come on, focus here. There you go. Look at that. Boom. So, did it go perfectly? No. But if you're paying attention, you have a decent amount. Let's say you've got a couple hundred ambergris on you, right? I know it doesn't stack, but let's say you do. You can easily go through these things. Let's say you only want to get one shot off at a time and you have like 6 Magmasaurs. You basically just take one after the other, shred it, get up nice and close, and just slowly damage the lower parts of that wall. Now, I know that doesn't seem reasonable all the time, but it's 100% doable. If it was me, I'd probably go with a little bit less health than this guy because you're probably going to go for the bombs. You're going to go for a sprinting start instead of what I've been doing, kind of like slowly moving the corners and stuff like that. So let's just take this guy, okay? Pretty good melee on him. Nothing super special, just pretty good. We're going to go ahead and go after that sixth tower again. So, oh my goodness, I forgot. It's so heavy. All right. There we go. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and go after this 6th tower. I'm going to try and figure out the exact range. It's probably about here? Maybe? There it is. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and make sure he's max health before we go into this. Going to charge up our Searing Spit. And once we do this, we're going to kind of push this tower. Don't worry, I'll push the big boy back there too. There we go. Get that bonus. And we'll go ahead and charge. And we're going to go ahead and full speed in here, full send. Alright, so I took out a bunch of those turrets. Or maybe just 1, 2, 3. There we go. So, if you have a high, obviously you're looking at like, I just took quite a bit of damage. But if you have an imprinted one, you're taking even less damage. Look at that. I just took out 6 turrets on a wall without much of an issue with a low health. And some people are going to be like, oh, you have a 300 armor saddle on. Yeah. It only takes, like, I mean, I have 0 levels in health. 0. So I feel like that's kind of reasonable. Now, this next wall, this is where it's going to be the most difficult. I'm probably going to die twice, 3 times, maybe, trying to get this wall. But you'll see the point. Basically, if you can just get your Magmasaur to shred a couple of these turrets, you're going to be pretty golden. Now, these turrets are going to do a load of damage. This is kind of like the ultimate showdown here because I don't think I'm going to win this at all. Got to get that defensive bonus here. Come on now. Load that defensive bonus up. There it is. So once you hit that 50%. Okay, we're going to get nice and close. And unload. So, yes, I did die, but you saw all that damage that I just did. Now, basically, the point of this is, I'll go ahead and show you. Yes, HLNA, I am aware. I'm not supposed to do that.
Can't keep a true survivor down.
Alright, so let's go back to the body over here. Let's see how much damage we did. So we got a bunch of those turrets in the middle there, both rows, and then a couple extra as well. So we're just going to keep pushing this thing. I'm going to just show you an example of, come on now. Now, obviously this guy is kind of like blocking turrets. That's not necessarily a bad thing. That'll be really good. I don't really care that I'm just going to stay in GZM so you can kind of see what you would do. But you can see we've pretty much shredded literally everything right now. And this is just different strategies. So obviously you're probably going to have 4 or 5 different Magmasaurs ready to go for this if you want to do this method. We're going to go ahead and charge up our Searing Spit. Notice how he's blocking probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 turrets. That's pretty awesome. So we're going to charge this bad boy up. Get up nice and close and finish this off. Now, obviously you're going to be shot by those ones up top. Now, once I charge this up, there's 2 blasts, and we've pretty much taken out the entire bottom side, it looks like. Yeah, the entire bottom side is now gone. We'll try to take out this next level down. There's a bunch of them. So there's 3 blasts, and you can see all of that damage being done. Now, obviously, you're probably on Magmasaur 3-ish right now. So there's a bunch more of them. It looks like we've taken out all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And let's try one last time here. There goes all of those lower level ones. And we're down to pretty low health on those, I would assume at least, on those walls. So there's only a couple of turrets left. Alright, so we've only got the 3 heavies. Now he's got to gain some stam back. Come on, buddy. That's embarrassing. There we go. So we've pretty much taken out all those turrets. And that was, what, 4 blasts? Maybe 5? Maybe. Alright, let's try one more time. And boom. Oh, really? You're going to make me charge one last time? That seems ridiculous. Oh well. You get the point. And boom. That's it. Alright, so yeah, it did take quite a few, but you saw how much damage this guy does. It's insane. Like, I mean, to turrets, it does huge, huge increases in damage. So what you can do, and let's just walk through kind of how we did this. Like, one Magmasaur can easily take out 5 or 6 turrets without much of an issue. As long as you got a little bit of ambergris to load into your Magmasaur, not too much of an issue. You can also do what I just did right here and kind of like take like 5 or 6 different Magmasaurs, rush into somebody's wall, and then just, you know, time after time, instead of soaking their bullets, just shred the different parts of the wall. Now, you can do that with pretty much anything. So Magmasaurs are literally just bullet eaters. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. I'm sure you've got some clever ways to deal with this. And just so you know, this video was one of my friends that kind of showed me this. His name is Ghost. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Go ahead and check that out if you want. And other than that, teach. Ow.